Don't be alarmed.
I'm not.
It's me.
I know.
I didn't mean to frighten you.
You didn't.
How do you know it was me?
The eye holes are too close together. What was it for? Fancy dress party?
That's right, I'm going to a fancy dress party.
Well, that's the Elephant Man.
No! I'm going out soon. I may be gone sometime. If I'm not back tonight, someone will contact you.
Who? The police?
What?
You're not going to a fancy dress party, are you?
Don't ask any questions. It's in a good cause. That's all you need to know.
I need to know more than that. I need to know why you're going round with a sock over your head.
It's not a sock. It's a mask.
Well, all I can say is anyone who goes out to do good in a mask is up to no good. Now, what is it?
Well, if you must know, I've become an activist.
Activist?
Yeah. Surprised?
Yes. Active's hardly a word I'd use to describe you. Active in what?
Animal lib.
Animal lib? You don't like animals.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. You don't like them jumping up and licking you. Animal lib. You wouldn't even walk the dog.
We haven't got a dog.
If we had one, you wouldn't walk it.
I know I get the blame for everything round here, but now I'm getting blamed for not walking a dog we haven't got.
Oh, you had a hamster. You never fed that. And the guinea pigs. I had to look after them. You couldn't stand the smell.
That's because they were in captivity.
Captivity? They were under the floorboards most of the time.
Animals always smell in captivity.
And you're going to liberate them?
Yeah.
Well, what are you going to liberate round here? We're in a built-up area. I suppose this next door's rabbits. And the goldfish. And that's another thing. You never feed the goldfish.
He's overfed.
You never talk to him either. He's been sulking under that stone for a week.
That's because he's bored. Swimming around that bowl all day.
He's not bored. Are you, Sammy? He's not moving.
Perhaps he's dead.
What?
If he's dead, let me take him out. I know I'll upset you.
No, he's not dead. He's a piece of carrot. You've liberated the goldfish, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where is he?
In a pond, in the park.
What?
He was lonely.
Well, he won't be lonely now. Not when he's being chased by a bloody great pike. He was my pet.
No, it was only a goldfish, Dad. It's not as if he got taken for walks.
Well, he knew me.
He didn't know you.
Yes, he did. He answered to his name.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did, and I want him back.
Well, go down the pond and call him then.
Don't mock my feelings, Matthew. What other animals are you going to liberate tonight?
Some mice. Possibly a few frogs.
Nice. Frogs? Where from?
The college lab. We've heard they're doing unspeakable things to them.
And I'll do unspeakable things to you if you go into that lab. That's trespass. It's against the law.
We've got to make people realise, Dad.
Make people. Make people. And how do you make people do things, Matthew? I'll tell you. Out of fear.
The end justifies the means.
Oh, no, it doesn't. Because once you make people do something because they're frightened, you have to keep them frightened. Like the Gestapo. Once you put that mask on, you'll never be able to take it off. We don't need that here. We live in a democracy. We believe in peaceful protest and persuasion. Go and wash your hands. We'll talk about it over supper.
I was going out.
You heard what I said.
Can I have my mask back?
No.
Well, it may be a democracy out there, but it's certainly a dictatorship in here.
I don't know who you are, but you'll find nothing of value here, and there are men in the house trained in judo. Apart from that, we have a Doberman in the garden. And if you have any designs in my direction, I'd like to point out that I went to weight training.
Enid, it's me.
Oh, Mr. Willows, I didn't know you were going out. I'll fix supper.
I'm not going out.
Oh. Is it something to do with the Masons?
No, it's Matthews.
Matthews? Well, I know he's at the sensitive age, but isn't that rather drastic?
Yeah, it's something to do with animal lib.
Oh, no, that means more trouble over the meal. His vegetarianism is driving me insane, Mr. Willows. I just don't know what to give him.
Try a veggie burger. Oh, and don't put any more food in for the goldfish. Apparently we've been feeding a carrot for the last few days. wish you'd stop sighing.
I don't know how you can eat it.
I can eat it, Matthew, because I'm a carnivore. And so are you.
I'm not.
What do you think those little sharp-pointed teeth are at the side? They're your canines. Alsatians have those. They're for tearing meat.
Mine aren't.
Well, they would be if you were hungry enough. If you were adrift on an open boat, you'd eat meat. You'd eat the soles off your shoes and probably the cabin boy. Anything to stay alive.
Would you eat anything to stay alive?
Yes.
Would you eat rats? Well, would you?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Would you eat spiders?
Would you stop spoiling my meal?
You see, you couldn't, and neither could I, because I'm a vegetarian.
You're not a vegetarian. You don't like vegetables.
I do.
You don't like Brussels.
No.
And you don't like cabbage.
No.
And you don't like cauliflower.
Well, no.
Or spinach.
I like some vegetables.
Such as?
Oh, take this butterbean casserole.
No, thanks.
It's delicious.
You haven't eaten much.
Oh, it's very filling. And nutritious. I can feel it doing me good. I'll live longer than you.
Live longer than me. You got lungs like a pair of smoked kippers and a cough that wouldn't be out of place in a graveyard. You say you live longer than me?
I will. That meal's just put your blood pressure up.
No, you just put my blood pressure up. When are you going to realise? Animals were put on this earth to feed and clothe us. Let man have dominion over the fish of the sea and the fowl of the air and over the cattle and all the earth and every creeping thing that creepeth on the earth.
That doesn't mean to say we have to eat them.
Why not? They'd eat us if they got the chance. If you were 6 inches high, you don't think next door's cat would be rubbing round your legs, do you? She'd drag you into the bushes and tear your head off.
We don't know that.
But you saw the incredible shrinking man. He ended up fighting pussy with a darning needle.
But we're supposed to be more civilised. Your trouble is you've been conditioned by all these TV ads. All those pigs singing with joy because they're going to be eaten and jumping into a frying pan. You need a like to be eaten.
We should stop talking about them as if they're human. They're not like us.
Of course they are. They have feelings. They love, they feel pain. Name one difference.
They haven't got a sense of humour.
Well, I know they don't sit around listening to Ken Dodd, but how do you know they've got a sense of humour?
You ever heard one laugh?
Well, they haven't got much to laugh about, have they? Now they're going to finish up down your throat.
Matthew!
Oh, you haven't finished it, Matthew.
No, it was very filling. I'll probably have some more later.
But did you like it?
It was delicious.
Good.
What's this?
Chocolate mousse.
Wait a minute. Did you make this yourself, Enid?
No, I bought it from the shop.
Could I see the container, please?
Certainly.
What are you going to do, send it away for analysis?
I have to be very careful.
Here you are, Matthew.
Oh, let me see. Skimmed milk, cocoa powder, whey solids, stabiliser, yes. E407, E415, good. E123, E142, E157, yeah, that seems to be in order. Wait a minute. What's this? Gelatine. Do you know what gelatine's made from? Animal bones. You're feeding me animal bones. I can't eat this. You're trying to poison me?
Matthew! I wouldn't take that to heart, Enid.
No, that's it. I wasn't hired to prepare meals. I'm only doing it as a personal favour to you, Mr.
Yes, Enid.
As you know, I would never refuse you any reasonable request.
I know that.
But from now on, I'm afraid you're going to have to make your own arrangements.
What's for supper?
There is no supper.
Hasn't Enid left us anything?
Not after your little outburst last night.
What are we going to do?
I don't know what you're doing. I'm going to the Moulin Rouge.
All the way to Paris?
Yeah. On the high street.
Can I come?
No. No. The food is excellent at the Moulin Rouge. To be wasted on a vegetarian.
I could have the omelette.
No.
Why not?
Because I remember the last time I took you out, you were an embarrassment.
What did I do that was embarrassing?
Pointed at people with your knife.
Is that all?
You call the waiter pal.
I was only being friendly.
And you finished all the French fries.
I waited until you'd had yours.
Yes, and then you cleared the bowl.
Well, if you wanted more, why didn't you take them?
Because it's not good manners to pile them on your plate. You're supposed to leave some for later. And in my case, there wasn't any later. Well, I'm afraid that sort of behaviour won't do in the Moulin Rouge. It's a very chic restaurant.
Doesn't that make you feel uncomfortable?
No. As a matter of fact, I get special treatment at the Moulin Rouge. They know my ways. Yes, I always get the table by the window. Chef comes out, has a few words in his floppy hat. How long do you think I'd remain a valued customer if I took you there?
I could recommend them to my friends.
What, the nut cutlet crowd? They wouldn't thank me.
But what am I going to eat?
I think there's some of that butter bean casserole left. Yes. Bon appetit.
You have a nice meal?
Yes, yes. Excellent.
What'd you have?
Well, I started off with the pate.
Pate? You know how they get that, don't you? Force feeding. They push fists full of food down the goose's throat.
Don't want to hear about it, Matthew.
I wonder how it feels, having a fistful of food shoved down your throat.
You'll have to find out. There's still some of that casserole left.
Well, at least you didn't have the frog's legs.
I don't want to hear about the frog's legs.
You had to remove them?
I don't want to hear about them.
Well, if you don't want to hear about the frog's legs...
I don't.
Sorry I mentioned the frog's legs. What'd you have for the main course?
The salmon.
Wonderful fish.
Yes.
An aristocrat amongst the denizens of the deep.
Is it really?
Wonderful colours. Green, silver, blue. A myriad of light in the water.
I suppose it is.
Primordial. It was on this earth before we were. And mysterious. It spends 7 years out there in the deep. No one knows where. And then it returns, guided by some primeval instinct to the place of its birth. And what an adventure story. Homer could have written it. 3,000 miles through torrents and shallows, leaping weirs and waterfalls 12 foot high, upwards and onwards until they fulfill their destiny. Well, apart from the one that ended up on your plate, of course.
Matthew.
Well, what a destiny. After all that, to be eaten by some glutton in a restaurant.
Right, that's it. I've had enough. One more word out of you.
What about peaceful persuasion?
I've had enough peaceful persuasion. If you want to convince me by growing tall and straight and looking the picture of health. I would like to point out you've just had a wholesome supper on 20 cigarettes. You look sallow, your eyes are dull, your hair's lifeless. You look worse than that casserole. You need building up. You need a good steak and kidney pie.
Shut up, Dad.
Tripe and onion.
I don't want to hear this.
Deviled kidneys and sweet bread.
You're making me feel ill.
Well, you respect my views and I'll respect yours. Otherwise, I'll personally show you how to remove frogs' legs.
If that's how you feel. But this is going to drive me back into militancy.
If you want militancy, you can have it.
I think I'll go and wash my hair.
And I don't want to hear another word about vegetarianism.
Right. You haven't seen my multi-herb shampoo, have you?
Yeah!
Hello, Matthew.
I suppose you're wondering why I'm wearing a mask, Enid.
No. If you want to go out in a mask, it's nothing to do with me. I don't think it's any way to make friends, but that's your affair. Is it a rash?
No! I was on a mission.
A mission?
I can't say any more. The less you know, the better. Anyway, you'll probably read about it in the papers.
Papers?
You haven't seen me, Enid.
matter, Enid?
Yes, mice.
Mice? We've never had mice.
We have now white ones with pink eyes.
Where?
Mr. Willows, before you come any further, tuck your trousers into your socks.
Why?
They're perfectly capable of running up the trouser leg.
Well, that's an old wives' tale.
Please, Mr. Willows, I wouldn't want you to suffer any injury on my account.
That's well, all right. But they're probably more frightened of us than we are of them.
They're not more frightened than I am.
I hate mice.
Behind you!
I can't understand where they've come from.
I can. Matthew brought them home in that box.
What? That means he's taken them from the college lab. They could be infected. Make for the door, Enid. Fetch next door's cat. I'll cover you.
Hello, Dad. Going for a bike ride?
What?
You got your trousers in your socks.
We've got mice in there. You took them from the college lab, didn't you?
I had to. They were being used for experiments.
I knew it. They're infected.
No, psychological tests. They were going neurotic.
Neurotic? You mean we've got neurotic mice in the lounge? Rogue mice? That means they'll be twice as strong and twice as cunning. You better get in there before they start to breed.
They won't breed.
Well, you've heard the phrase, breed like mice.
That's rabbits.
You haven't got any rabbits, have you?
No.
Get in there and put them back in the box.
No trouble. All you've got to do is talk to them. They're tame.
Well, they were until you went for them with that poker.
It's all right, Enid. He's in there talking to them. Thinks he's Dr. Doolittle.
I just don't think I can take any more, Mr. Willows.
Neither can I. I'll make you a cup of tea. You look very pale, Enid.
I know. I'd put on a little rouge, but Matthew makes such a fuss.
Why?
He objects to cosmetics because they're tested on animals. He's giving me an approved list.
You mean he wants you to boycott brands that use animals in testing?
Yes.
We've got him, Enid.
What?
He's played right into my hands. Yes, the trap is set and ready to spring. All I need is the bait. You find them all?
Yep.
You sure?
I've counted them out and I've counted them back. They're all accounted for.
You know what Enid's like. Don't want them popping up behind the radio during the morning service.
How is she?
She's twitching more than they are.
They're cute, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, don't blow smoke all over them. Enid tells me you don't approve of her using cosmetics.
Only cosmetics used in animal testing.
What, you mean they force rabbits to wear lipstick and face powder?
Well, sort of.
That's disgusting.
What?
Yes, I can understand your feelings there, Matthew.
You can?
Yes. I mean, if God had wanted women to look like that, he'd have given them purple lips and green eyelids. Same as if he'd meant us to smoke, he'd have given us an aperture for a flu brush.
We'll get you some pamphlets. What?
Talking of smoking, do they still test tobacco on animals?
Yeah,
Scandalous.
it is.
Yes. I suppose you made your protest.
Yeah. I stood outside the factory in a bunny outfit.
Is that all?
Well, I've written letters.
Threatening to give it up?
Give up what?
Smoking.
Well, not exactly.
You mean you enjoy it too much?
No.
I see. You want Enid to give up wearing cosmetics, you want me to give up meat, but you won't give up smoking. Seems to me you want us to make all the sacrifices.
I've given up meat.
Well, you never liked meat. You'd probably do without makeup at a pinch. So stop preaching to me, because the day you give up smoking is the day I'll give up meat.
You will?
Yes.
Right, that's my last cigarette.
Yeah, well, when I said I'll give up meat, I didn't mean straight away. Well, I'll have to empty the freezer.
What's the matter, Dad? No willpower?
You were spying on me, weren't you? Well, I was feeling peckish, so I came down for a natural yoghurt. All right, so are we. I'm not perfect. I never said I was perfect. We don't live in a perfect world. I'm sorry, but I was brought up on bread and dripping, and I can't change now. I've been dreaming about that pork pie all night. Well, say something.
Dad, I can't...
You're smoking. You've cheated.
So have you.
I've only just cheated.
So have I.
Well, that does it.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to take this up to bed with me, and when it's thawed, I'm going to sink my teeth.
Mr. Willows, you look terrible.
Well, I didn't sleep very well. I was hungry.
Oh, didn't you have any supper?
Yes, I had something cold. Very cold.
Would you like me to boil you an egg?
No. Oh, I'd like sausage, bacon, kidney, if you've got it, and 2 eggs, all on a fried slice. And I don't care what anyone thinks. Food glorious, food glorious, food hot. Do you mind, Matthew? I'm in the bath.
It's all right, Dad. I won't sink your boat.
What do you want?
Looking for my oatmeal soup.
Oh, hurry up. Oh, smell that, Matthew. Sausage is turning to a beautiful golden brown. Oh, that's the bacon hitting the hot fat. Oh, succulent. Oh, I think I can detect kidneys. Oh. Food, glorious food. Food, glorious food.